Let's get right into it. So I first got into understanding environmental issues within the construction sector nearly 10 years ago. Maybe not, Helen's raising her eyebrows, maybe it wasn't as long ago as that, but it was certainly 5 or 6 years ago. And what I noticed then is that everybody talked about health and safety in construction. It was the thing, quite clearly, and for obvious reasons. And I would try and say to organisations I was working with, that what about the environmental piece and sustainability? And I was met with these maybe aren't major contractors, but tier 1s, tier 2 suppliers, met with, it's not relevant, it's not real, we're not going to spend money on that. So how's that changed? And you kick off with that being in the centre. How's that changed in the last 5 or 6 years?
I think it's changed drastically. Well, if you think about it, I mean, in the meantime, so I think it was maybe 2015 when you and I met.
There you go, 8 years ago.
So we haven't changed, obviously, but the industry, if you think about it, there's been COVID, there's been Brexit, there's been inflation and everything else. So you would think that would be the main driver for the economy, because we're an industry driven by a very tight margin. But when I was doing my job back then, you know, it was mostly making sure that we didn't breach legislation, that we didn't pollute, that we looked after dormice. Today, a normal day job, you know, I'm going to have a discussion with my designers about how to use ChatGPT to match structural beams with a steel reuse stockist inventory. That's in my morning, and in my afternoon, I'm going to have a discussion with my procurement team on how we can change the way we invite our supplier to tender to make sure that carbon reduction is at the top of their priorities. So I think it's kind of a big step change.
Oh, huge, huge. I mean, not in all joking aside, not to the whole dormice and protect the species thing is important, as part of ecology and things like that, and not to be sniffed at, likewise pollution prevention and the like. But that is a seismic change in terms of where you were to where you've got to. I mean, you know, there's people out here and who watch this are from different industries. The question I pose back to you is, how has your industry changed in the last 8 years? It'll be really interesting to know that how things from a sustainability point of view. But that's just pretty insane. And is that because the whole ESG piece, if you like to call it that, is now a board level issue, whereas it maybe wasn't 8 years ago?
It is definitely so. I think you probably, hopefully you agree with that, but like shareholders want to see the company they're investing care about the environment. It's becoming like a principal driver. There is the context of climate change. I mean, you believe in it or not, but it's coming to a point now where it's in our faces because of heat waves and supply chain issues. And that's the thing, even if you don't believe in it, you know, businesses are impacted with it, so they have to work around it, manage it as a risk. So you're not going to invest in a business if that business isn't going to protect itself from the changes happening in the environment.
Yeah.
So it is a priority, and I don't think it's going to change anyways.
No. The Environmental Business Network is here to help all businesses adapt to and benefit from the very different economic and environmental futures we all face. Subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit the website to find out more information.